410A 5-ton 13 seer, and they had a guy just come out and tell them that they had a bad compressor. Good grief. Oh yeah, just another day. And heating and air technician here. Good grief. Yeah, okay, I just want to get a little footage here, guys, of the variable speed zebra here. Basically, it's real simple. We got two legs here, one will plug into the incoming to the motor from the board, and that's from our board right here. It tells us what our board's doing. If we want to hit observe, hit the observe button in the unit wheel, we can observe what's coming from the board and what's going. So the other one is just going to plug directly into the 16 pin. Here's a special X13 adapter we have to have for the X13s, but on the GEs they plug right in. Got an external hot there for special motors that don't bring in a hot to the motor. This one, I don't know yet, guys. I gotta read up on it. I hadn't read everything yet, but anyway, just got observing it here, and we can go to control, and we'll show here, and you can see the motor ramping up, ramping down. Can step up here, and that'll step us up here. Or if we go to control, we go to off, we go to fan, we'll just go to the fan. We can go to heat 1, we'll run heat 1, heat 2, cool 1, cool 2, and that's without the fan. And then we got H1 and H2 and C with the fan. So the motor's testing good. Our unit is running in a vacuum, and we got a good head, so we're trying to figure out why that is. Our coil's clean, our motor's good. We did find a major problem with the air filter. Look at that, guys. This is one of those really nice, I think it's is it maybe a 6-inch, 8-inch, I don't know. But it's a really big one. Let's see what it says. So that's it, but it got put in 2004, and it's never been changed. Look at that. Cool. So anyway, I'm gonna button this back up, and so got the pressures like this. 89, 88. Look at that. Going definitely looks like it's TXV. So we're gonna call this one TXV. I took a subcooling. I don't want it to run it too long in the vacuum, so but we did take a subcooling, and we're about 72 degrees here, and we're about 84 degrees on our high side pressure converted temperature. So we're about 12-13 degrees subcooling, so we're good. I believe on our charged refrigerant. So we're gonna call this one TXV and hop on to the next. Back out here at this unit that was running 300 on the high and in a vacuum on the low, where the customer had company come out and tell them the compressor is bad. So compressor is definitely not bad, and they definitely don't need a whole new system. So we just kind of canceled out on the replacement quote and went directly to the repair as soon as we did an accurate diagnosis on the system. So I got my testos hooked up here. I got these a while back, and I hadn't used them much. I don't know if I've used them in any videos yet, but I really like them. So we're just gonna pump down here. I got my high side closed, and we're gonna watch this low side go to 0 and close off our low side, and then we'll be able to open up our evaporator and replace our TXV. So let's do that now. Close off our low side. Okay guys, here's our TXV here, and our bulb and everything. And we're gonna have to replace over here on this end door here. So let's get to it, guys. Here's our new one. So let's jump on it. Alright, we got our new filter in. We did have to do some modification on that because the filter was not the exact replacement. But at any rate, we got the filter in. What we did was basically just had an S channel, and we bent the S channel out to make a new slide for the filter. So I got the new valve in. I got the nitrogen, brazed it in with the nitrogen in there flowing. Well, not flowing, but nitrogen in there. And we just did a pressure test, and we just bubbled solutioned everything that we did. Everything looks good. So we're gonna put the vacuum on it. We're gonna grab some lunch. I'm gonna come back, and vacuum pump ought to be done pulling. And on this one, I was going to pump all the refrigerant down, but you know how it goes, guys. Everything don't happen like we think it's going to or we plan it to. The high side valve at the condenser unit's leaking when it's in the fully closed position, just enough that we would have lost refrigerant. So what I did was I just went ahead and recovered, and instead of taking all that time and let the unit run, getting the charge right and all that, what I'll do is I'll just weigh it back in. It's 4/10, which is pretty cheap, so we just pulled it all out and went ahead and we're just going to weigh it all back in. So the valve's not leaking to the atmosphere out there, it's just leaking in the closed position. So let's get that vacuum pump on it. Let's get some lunch, guys. Alright, we got the inside portion all wrapped up, and what we're going to do now is just get some initial readings here on unit turn on. We should be right. It's not that long of a line set, so we should be pretty close on startup. We're going to go ahead now and go ahead and start it up. Okay, we are right about 12, 13 minutes. I'm going to call it now. It's pretty steady. We're right around 10 on some cooling. They're right around 8 on superheat. So, 47 here, 47. First, you can bear the temperature. We're about 40, right at 39.2 on the low side. So we're going to call it, this is a bad TXV here, and a reputable, I'm not going to say no names, but a reputable heating and air company came out here and told this lady that she was going to have to spend $5,000 on a new system. We found that we put her in a MERV 10, I believe it was, MERV 10 filter. We put her in a TXV on the evap, and she's good to go now, guys. This is happening too much. I don't know what's going on, but I think companies are getting way too desperate to make money, and it's about to make me sick. For us guys out here that try to do the best we can for ourselves and for our customers, and we really care about customer service and satisfaction, you know, it's it almost leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Alright guys, I'm gonna get out of here, and I want to say thanks to everybody out there makes the video, and takes the time to do it and shoot it and everything, guys. I appreciate what you do, no matter how little or how big, no matter who you are. I appreciate your effort and your knowledge and your inspiration that you give me when I watch the videos. Alright guys, we're going to call this one, and we are headed to the house.